Hey there, welcome to Financial Wisdom Solutions with AnaG. I'm AnaG. I post a new video and a new vlog every Thursday on personal finances to help you achieve financial peace, freedom, and wisdom. You might be thinking, but wait, today is not Thursday. I wanted to get the second part of my last video out as soon as possible because tax season just started on February 12th, and I want to help you save as much time and maybe even money. If you haven't watched my last video, Taxes for Beginners 2021, you need to, because you will walk away feeling so much more confident when it comes to your taxes. Link down below. I'll leave a link for everything that I talk about. I even give you ways to legally reduce the amount you have to pay in taxes every April or increase the amount of your take-home pay every time you get paid. Just remember, I am not a professional. The information I am giving you is for educational and informational purposes only, and to use as a starting point. Do your own research and talk to your tax person to discuss your personal situation. Here's a few tips to help you during this tax season. The first pro tip is to do your taxes early. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to get an appointment, and the more rushed your tax person will be when they are doing your taxes. This could mean they overlook something, possibly costing you money. IRS data shows that taxpayers who file by early March get on average $400 more than those who file later. During the 2019 tax season, nearly 34 million taxpayers waited until the first and second week of April to do their taxes. That's more taxes done in those 2 weeks than in the entire month of March. You can see how overworked the tax people will be the longer you wait, and that means a better chance for errors. I heard that a good time for you to do your taxes is the first 2 weeks in March. The early birds have already gotten theirs done, and the procrastinators aren't going to start until April. Another good reason to file early this year is that there is talk of another round of stimulus checks. And it looks like if approved, the soonest the stimulus checks would start to go out is the week of March 8th. And guess who is responsible for getting those checks out? Yep, the IRS. The same ones that are responsible for processing and getting out your refund tax checks. So you want to get your taxes done early so you don't get stuck waiting around as the IRS tries to process millions of taxes in April on top of the million of stimulus checks. Filing your taxes early, doing them electronically and with the direct deposit is the fastest way to get your refund. The IRS has already warned to expect heavy call volume and paper processing times. So if you can, file electronically. Another good reason to get them done early is that in case you owe taxes, it gives you more time to pay the money back. Getting them done in the beginning of March gives you a month and a half to pay your bill compared to doing them the first week of April, giving you only 2 weeks to pay your bill. The longer you wait to file your taxes, the more time identity thieves have to do it for you. You want to close the time frame that someone has to use your social security number to get your tax return. And although the IRS says that they have been able to combat this problem more and more each year, it is still listed as one of the top 12 tax scams. Some other ways to combat being the victim of tax return identity theft is to protect your social security number. Don't give it out unless there's a good reason and you're sure who you're giving it to. The IRS will not contact you by phone or email to verify any PII, personal identifiable information. Research a tax preparer thoroughly before you hand over personal information. I have a tool to help you with this later on in the video. The other thing you should do is to check your credit report at least once a year to make sure no one has opened a new account in your name. And actually, what a coincidence, my next 2 videos will be on your credit and credit report. I still don't feel confident enough to do my own taxes, no matter how easy TurboTax says it is. If you do your own taxes, I applaud you. In 2019, the average amount that people paid to get their taxes done by a professional was almost $200 for the standard deduction and close to $300 for itemized deductions. If you are sitting there wondering what an itemized and standard deduction is, watch my last video. Maybe one day I will get to the point where I do our taxes, but for now, I'm going to keep going to a professional. If your finances are pretty simple, it might be a good idea for you to consider doing them on your own. It costs about $80. But if you want to save yourself $80, the IRS is offering a free way to do your taxes online. It's called IRS Free File. It's available for those with an adjusted gross income, AGI, of $72,000 or less. Don't know what AGI is? Watch my last video. IRS Free File offers online tax preparation, direct deposit of refunds, and electronic filing, all at no cost. I personally prefer to pay a few $100s to have a professional do something that involves thousands of dollars. Another reason is that I like building a relationship with the same tax professional so that I can reach out to them throughout the year to give me advice based on my specific situation, especially since our financial situation is starting to get more complex with the businesses that we have. And lastly, just in case anything is to happen, like we end up getting audited, they can help us through the process and even mediate with the IRS on our behalf. My point is that if you're going to have someone else do your taxes, make sure that it's someone who really knows what they're doing, even if it will cost you a little bit more. You don't want to be handing over so much personal information, social security numbers, income information, bank account information to just anyone. I had been going to the same guy for a few years, and last year when I started to ask some basic tax information that I thought he should know, he couldn't answer it, which got me thinking. So needless to say, I will not be going back to him again. Dave Ramsey is a pretty well-known and legitimate financial person, and on his website you can find the local tax person that is endorsed by his business. But you can also go to the IRS website and research a qualified preparer in your area. The IRS also recommends checking with the Better Business Bureau for any disciplinary actions and the license status of the preparer and asking about their service fee. If they base their fee on a percentage of your refund, you shouldn't go to them. And per the IRS, never use a tax person that asks you to sign a blank tax form. I think it's been 2 years in a row that I have went to do my taxes and have forgotten some type of paperwork. So I decided I needed a checklist to keep me organized. Here's my recommended list of the basic documents you will need when you do your taxes. Take a screenshot or a picture and use it to collect all the paperwork you will need before your appointment. You can also download a more detailed checklist on my website, AnaG under the tools page. It includes things for business owners, rental properties, those that are self-employed, and retirement income. Some of the things on here you might not need, but like I tell my kids, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay, so do you feel more educated now after watching these last two videos, Taxes for Beginners? I really hope you do. Like anything else, taking time out to learn a little bit more about something you don't know will increase your confidence in that area. The point of my channel is to give you basic financial information to increase your financial education with the hopes that you become more interested and start learning even more. I hope you got value out of today's video, that it was worth your time, and if it was, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, and to your finances.